Welcome back, viewers, to the PI show. We now have Anna and the mailbag. Anna, unincorporated associations, they're very tricky, aren't they?
Yeah, I was not aware of the difficulties that exist when trying to sue an unincorporated association. So.
Well, there's a lot of difficulties, a lot of traps. And Nuncio, you've been involved in these type of cases. They're very problematic, aren't they?
They are, and it's unfair because in the times where there is a strong case and you've got no one to sue, or the one that you want to sue has no insurance, it's really problematic, and it's unfair for those who are having injuries and are suffering. And
invariably, it's always a pretty nasty injury involved too.
Always a case.
In any event, Anna, the mailbag.
Yes.
What do we have?
Got lots of questions coming in, viewers, so please keep them coming. We really do enjoy having them on the show. This one's from Kimberly in Hyatt. Dear PI show, my son attended a camp over summer. He fell and broke his wrist when the kids were asked to race through some bushlands with dry grass and logs as part of an orienteering exercise. My son has had surgery to internally fix the bones, but it now looks like he might need a second surgery as well. Our family has a good relationship with the particular association that ran the camp, but they haven't offered any assistance to us with his medical bills. What are our rights here?
Well, look, there's, for Kimberly and the family, look, there is a viable common law claim here, but I suppose, again, the issue is it's an association. We're not sure if it's incorporated or unincorporated, and that's going to be, I suppose, a big factor in determining if there's any legs with this case. What do you think, John?
Yeah, well, Kimberly, you've got those same problems we've just been talking about. We need to find out whether or not it's an unincorporated or incorporated association. You need to see a lawyer because your son's got a very nasty injury. You need to see a lawyer. It's as simple as that.
Just with regard to if there was a viable claim, there's a threshold in these claims where you need to get 5% whole person impairment, or over the 5%. And we look with the two surgeries on the cards, wrist, movement and limitation. No issue with the 5%.
You'd think that's fine.
So it's all about negligence and who to sue.
Okay.
Exactly.
So if the child's young, does that play a factor at all? Or?
Well, look, it's always timing's interesting when to sue for a minor, because you don't know the true effect of the injury until they get a little bit older. But they've got time on their sides. You've got until 18 plus 3 years to sue. So there's no particular rush, because normally it's 3 years for any other person.
Okay.
So.
Kimberly, we hope that your son recovers quickly, and we've offered you some good information here today. The next one is from Corinne in South Yarra. Hello, PI show. I was in a large gift shop recently. I walked over some spilled oil from a fragrance diffuser and slipped, landing heavily on my right hip. It turns out that there was a sign in front of the spill, but it had occurred once I was already in the shop and was facing incoming customers, and therefore I didn't have the opportunity to read it. I am now paying a lot in acupuncture and physiotherapy treatments. It is becoming quite expensive. Can I get the shop to pay for any of this treatment?
Well,
John?
Corinne, sounds like, again, you're suffering from a nasty injury. I think you should see a lawyer immediately. You've got a claim against the shop. My view is pursuant to the Wrongs Act, Nuncio. Yep. There's a claim under the public liabilities.
Yeah, look, there's occupiers, they've got a duty to make sure there's a safe premises for Corinne. I suppose a couple issues here in terms of the negligence per se. They're going to say that she should have seen the sign, and that even though it was on the other way around, I think common knowledge would suggest that there was a sign there saying something, but that might go to a contributory negligence, John, don't you think?
Look, Corinne, in the end, no matter what type of injury you have, and here you've got a nasty injury, you still have to show fault. You still have to show that someone's at fault here. In your particular case, you'll say that the occupiers in the shop did not provide you with a safe place to walk in. You've slipped over. It's not your fault, they are to blame.
Particularly if there's a sign there but there's no one cleaning it up, well then...
Exactly. And also, you clearly have not seen the sign, and there's a pretty reasonable reason why you haven't seen it.
And look, just for Corinne as well, look, it's unfortunately I suppose the negative aspect of public liability is that it's not like a work cover or TAC where they pay your ongoing bills, even if you haven't proven fault. Unfortunately, to get that compensation, you usually have to sue. So that's why it's really important to see a lawyer so you get that action straight away. And she's got 3 years to make a claim.
Okay, Corinne, looks like you need some advice there, so see a lawyer and good luck with that. The next one is from Con in Deer Park. Dear PI show, my wife developed a stomach bug after we ate at a takeaway restaurant. The doctor is pretty confident that the restaurant is to blame and has suggested that he has seen this from this establishment before. We have been told that she faces a lot of ongoing treatment and this might have a lasting effect on her. Is it hard to prove a case like this? And where do I start? Should I contact the council health inspector first? Con, that sounds difficult. Where
Con,
do I start?
it could be potentially a nasty case. I hope it wasn't a chicken wrap or anything like that. We've got that case recently against the KFC, where a judge found in New South Wales, Nuncio, a verdict of $8 million against KFC for food poisoning. A young child who now is disabled.
Quadriplegic and salmonella, wasn't it?
Yes, which went into her blood and now she's blood poisoning and disabled. However, I do understand that KFC are appealing that decision to the High Court. But again, you need to see what the consequences of the injury are here. You need to have medical advice and document that and see a lawyer to protect yourself.
It sounds like they've seen a doctor, but lawyer's probably the next step there.
Oh, yes.
Look, I suppose a couple of things from my perspective here. Like John said, we don't know, I suppose, the long-term ramifications, and again, you need to get that over that 5% threshold, so time will tell in that regard. But, you know, reporting to the council health inspector, not a bad idea, I would have thought, because to be honest, they can do a lot of the work for you in terms of seeing if there's any unsafe practices that are occurring in this place. And a lot of the time, you still got to prove the fault. So if they can do some of the work for you, why not? And also, you're going to prevent other people from, being exposed to
quite a public interest.
That's right.
Dealt with. Thank you for joining us tonight, viewers. Just wanted to remind you that if you would like to send us a question, please do so via Facebook, Twitter, or on our website, which is www.thepishow.com. And you can also catch our previous episodes there.
Well, it's that time of the night, viewers. We hope you have enjoyed the show. We'll see you next week. Take care. Again, you can see us on the internet. The PI show is literally everywhere. Thank you, viewers. Good night.